Here at Valor Fights 28 in Chattanooga at Camp Jordan Arena in Chattanooga, Tennessee, alongside Casey Oxendine from Team Oxendine. I am Vince Ferrara. It's time for our pro MMA bouts, and we'll kick things off here in the pro portion of our MMA bouts. This next bout is a featherweight bout presented by Fighting for Autism. It's Shawn Allen at 2-3 out of Memphis, Tennessee, taking on Alex Anderson, making his pro debut out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 3 5-minute rounds. The pros coming up next. And let's go to the cage for our fighter introductions. Here's Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to begin the professional side of tonight's card. These bouts will be 3 5-minute rounds and sanctioned by the Tennessee State Athletic Commission. Your first pro bout of the evening will be in the Valor Featherweight division, brought to you by Fighting for Autism. Introducing first, fighting out of the Hogs red corner, Shawn Allen.
Shawn Allen out first, 2-3 out of Memphis, Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, Memphis, Tennessee. As Shawn Allen is first up, started training at the age of 17 and has an extensive both regular pro and MMA career, amateur MMA career that started back in 2006, turned pro in 2010. Casey, what do you think about stunning Shawn Allen?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind, as you see Memphis Judo and Jiu-Jitsu, that's a tremendous camp there. Of course, David Ferguson out there, he's an icon there in Memphis. That's his gym. But it also says that, that Shawn Allen's training with Sean Hammond, who is, of course, Nashville BJJ. And he's moved there. So, that's sort of the best of both worlds. I've seen actually those two teams compete against each other on a number of occasions. That's a great combination there. And I'm anxious to see what Shawn Allen brings to the table tonight. His record's a little bit upside down. But that's not to don't be confused there because he's been in with some tough competition.
Initially, stunning Shawn Allen wanted to be a professional boxer until he moved to Nashville and trained in jiu-jitsu with Sean Hammond, as Casey mentioned, and originally from Cleveland, Tennessee. He'll be opposed by Alex Anderson tonight, and Anderson this is his first fight since 2012, which is a win over Chucky Jennings. Your thoughts on Alex Anderson, Allen's opponent tonight?
Well, another Tennessee guy. These guys don't, aren't too far from each other there between Murfreesboro and Nashville and Memphis, of course. But they come down here to Chattanooga to settle their score. So, with Alex Anderson, he's a debut fighter, as a pro, but he was a 3-time amateur champion. So, he's going to be bringing something to the table there. So, it's a veteran versus a newbie. We're going to see who kicks it in gear and brings it home on Halloween night.
And Anderson took this fight on short notice as he's replacing George Arellano, who was originally slated to take on Shawn Allen, who you see there getting the final checks before he enters into the cage. Anderson trains with Ronnie Lawrence, long and rangy, and he began training just to help friends out that wanted to fight. Then he got the itch to fight shortly thereafter, and he's a 3-time amateur champion. Shawn Allen and Alex Anderson. Shawn Allen coming into this bout, mentioned his record at 2-3. Well, he won his first 2 pro bouts, and he's on a 3-fight losing streak right now. His most recent defeat came at the hands of Stephen Wilhite via submission rear naked choke in 2 minutes 5 seconds of the first round. Prior to that, a first round defeat to Johnny Bowman on strikes, and then his first loss in the losing streak was to Jimmy Van Horn. Second round submission via guillotine choke. His 2 wins as a pro over Dara Jones by submission armbar in the second round, and then a first round submission armbar win over Dan Bulkey. So we know that's in his artillery to go for that armbar and win by it. All right, Allen's in the cage. Back to Cody Gwynn.
Now, please welcome his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner, Alex Anderson.
Alex Anderson out of the TBJJA camp in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Anderson comes into this bout having lost his last fight. He is as an amateur. He went 1-2 as an amateur, did Anderson. Lost to Chris Hall as an amateur by split decision. As we take a look at the tail of the tape, Shawn Allen 2-3 as an MMA pro. Alex Anderson moving up his debut as a pro. Anderson 2 years older than Shawn Allen. Anderson is 2 inches taller, and Shawn Allen weighing in 2 pounds heavier than Alex Anderson. Anderson first fight as an amateur lost to Jacob Sprug by submission armbar in the second round, then beat Chris Crawford in the second round by ref stoppage on strikes, and then the loss to Chris Hall, his last amateur bout. Well, that was in 2011.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was noticing that, and that's something that you really have to know that he's advanced during that time. What kind of evolution are we going to see out of this young man? And, is he going to be much improved, or is he just stepping back into the cage on a whim? It's going to be interesting to see.
So Alex Anderson, we'll see what kind of rust, if at all, he has in this fight tonight against Shawn Allen, as two Tennesseans battle here tonight in our first pro bout. 3 5-minute rounds, and this next bout is presented by Fighting for Autism here at Camp Jordan Arena in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm Vince Ferrara along with Casey Oxendine. Thank you very much for joining us. ValorFights.com, where you can stream all of our fights and get more information on upcoming events. A great slate of events with Valor Fights still to come in the weeks to come here with Valor Fights. A great turnout here tonight, Casey. A lot of energy in the building, a lot of local and regional fighters here as well. It's been a huge success here in Chattanooga.
Undoubtedly, Chattanooga, again, we've talked about this before, tons of history here in this building. Mixed martial arts has been coming here for the last 5 or 6 years, and we've seen, just about every major athlete to come out, combat sports athlete to come out of Chattanooga here in Camp Jordan, and tonight is no exception.
Anderson is in the cage. We go back there, and Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your opening professional bout here at Valor 28 will be in the featherweight division, brought to you by Fighting for Autism. When the action begins, your referee in charge of this bout is Josh Ward. Introducing first, fighting out of the Hogs red corner. He enters the cage with a pro record of 2 wins with 3 defeats. He weighed in 147 pounds, fighting out of Memphis Judo and Jiu-Jitsu out of Memphis, Tennessee, by way of Cleveland, Tennessee, Shawn Allen. Standing across the cage, fighting out of the OEB blue corner. Tonight, he makes his pro debut. He went in 144 pounds, fighting out of TBJJA in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, Alex Anderson.
Josh Ward, our referee in this bout presented by Fighting for Autism. It's Shawn Allen in the white and black trunks out of Memphis, Tennessee at 2-3, taking on Alex Anderson in the black trunks, making his pro debut out of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Josh Ward checks with both fighters. We are underway, no touch of gloves, 3 5-minute rounds. First punch landed by Allen. Anderson, strong kick to start.
Oh, here we go. Anderson looking for the scoop, but he's got to watch out for that guillotine. Allen can finish it right here if he's not careful, aborts it, and goes to the guard. But look at this. Anderson, very smart. He keeps that left leg stuffed inside right there. It makes it difficult for him to recover, Allen to recover his guard. But at the same time, if he's got good butterflies, he can use them. Now he has the closed guard.
Allen in the white trunks on the bottom, and Anderson in the black trunks on top. Allen trying to control the wrist of Anderson. Anderson sticks a couple punches to the side. Battle of wrists there. One punch slid in from the bottom.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Looking for the arm bar. This could be it. Shawn Allen cranking hard on that arm bar, pulling with all he's got.
Anderson
Alex Anderson does not want to tap out here.
Got to slam him, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I think he knows he's got to get the position correctly because he doesn't want to slam himself face down into the armbar, and that could very well happen. Look at this. Beautiful transition by Shawn Allen, looking for the ankle lock. Nothing there, however. Beautiful escape by Alex Anderson.
Wow. Anderson was up against it there. Minute 30 gone by in round number 1, 5-minute round.
That being said, Shawn Allen immediately going after the left arm of Anderson when he put it over the head almost to can opener there. Anderson's really got to watch the guard game of Shawn Allen. It's very dangerous. And you got to think also Anderson could have some damage there to that arm. You know, Allen held onto that armbar for quite a bit of time, and it looked like it was hyperextended somewhat.
You can see Anderson blocking that leg to prevent that triangle there.
Yeah, well, looking for the go-go plata is Shawn Allen here.
Wow.
And possibly, you know, transition on into the omoplata, but not the case here so far. Not yet.
Interesting. What would you like Anderson to try to do from this top position? Pass. I know he's going to posture up now.
For me, I don't like to promote striking inside of a guy's guard when he has this sort of submission ability. For me personally, I'd like to go ahead and when Allen opens up, maybe look to pass over into at least half guard, because half guard's a great position to strike from. A lot less submission opportunity for Shawn Allen and allow you to sort of open up. Here, you know, every time Anderson throws a punch, he's got to look out for the submission game of Shawn Allen.
Well, you've seen Allen on the bottom a couple times.
I mean, Allen's doing exactly what he needs to do. When you're the man on bottom, you know, move those hips and keep transitioning. I don't like that he leaves those ankles hanging out, though. Right here as the round comes to a close.
Well, it shouldn't. It's 5 minutes. It's a professional bout. That 10-second mark was accidental, and or at least an error. 3 5-minute rounds, and they fooled everyone.
Good call, Vince.
The corner came over as well.
I thought that was a little early there. Man, Shawn Allen looking great here, just loading up on Alex Anderson. Anderson perhaps some ring rust and another beautiful takedown here. This is a tough round to call because Anderson, you know, he's gotten the takedown. He's you know, majority of the time he's been on top, but he's also been stuck in a really deep arm bar, and he's caught a lot of shots there on the feet. You know, Shawn Allen's been very effective in the round.
Anderson has now taken 3 elbows, and they look pretty sharp. We'll see if there's any sort of cut on the top of the head of Anderson, but those were vicious elbows from the bottom from Allen.
And again, still in the half butterfly there of Shawn Allen. You know, mixed with the closed guard attacks here, looking for the armbar yet again. Anderson wise to that attack this time. It looks like Shawn Allen has a grimace of somewhat on his face maybe a second ago. If he caught a shot to the body, I'm not sure.
He has been very aggressive from the bottom.
Yep.
Anderson sticks an elbow. That's maybe the best shot he's had in the ground and pound on top.
I'm going to be very interested to see how round 2 pans out because, you know, you got ring rust coming from Alex Anderson, but you've had a huge work rate coming out of Shawn Allen from the bottom in his guard. That takes a lot of energy, man, to work those, especially, you know, you hold on to an arm bar like he did, hanging off of Alex Anderson the way he did. That's all in your legs there, and you know, it takes a lot, man. Your legs go numb after squeezing for so long. So,
very interesting and entertaining first round. Who would you give that to, though, Casey?
You know, I think most judges are going to go with Anderson because he did dominate the top and control. But, you know, Shawn Allen with that beautiful armbar, he was the closest to finishing the fight in this round. Yeah. So it's hard to, you know, that's one of those where it's going to be whatever judge, you know, whatever vantage points the judge has. Right here it is. And, I mean, I thought that was done. You can see it in his face, too. He was hurting.
It's almost like when he lifted him up farther.
Yeah, that's very, very refined movement by Shawn Allen right there. And, you know,
the grimacing went away when he got him up a little bit because he was able to bend the arm a little bit. Is that?
Yeah.
It actually relieved it, and then he got out of it.
Absolutely. So now it's, you know, Alex Anderson coming into the second round. Is he going to be more relaxed now that the ring rust is kind of shuttered out, or is he going to be blown up? Is he going to, is he going to be spent? That's what I'm anxious to see. He's taking a few shots here right out of the gate.
Two strong lefts.
Yeah,
and
and another teep.
Man.
And a left hook.
He's connected on at least 3 of them so far. A little squinting from Allen in the stand-up.
Allen with his mouth wide open, that can be dangerous gameplay there, because if you catch it right on the jaw, you can, break or sprain your jaw in a New York minute.
Hands down, too.
In this case, a Chattanooga minute.
But he's getting the better of the exchange.
And here we go.
And a takedown.
Another takedown, and that's that could be a defining factor here.
Minute gone by in round number 2, 3 5-minute rounds. It's a featherweight bout.
Now, Alex Anderson, this time, he is in a tight crossbody position, and Shawn Allen, his hips aren't moving quite so quick. But that being said, Anderson's not been able to do anything with it just yet, and Shawn Allen recovers that guard, at least momentarily. Again, Vince, I really would have liked to have seen Alex Anderson at least settle into that half guard position, because as you start to get tired, it makes it harder and harder to defend those submissions. And Shawn Allen has proven to be absolutely submission crazy in this fight. And
when you're on half guard, you can put more of your weight on your opponent, right?
You can, like I said, you can open up. There aren't as many submission opportunities, but it's, you actually lace the leg in there, so it's harder for your opponent to stand up. The only submission you really have there is a possible Kimura lock, but it's, again, you don't typically have the right vantage point. You don't have as strong of a vantage point. So, I prefer to, for my fighters, when I know that their opponent has a tough guard game, go ahead and get to that half guard and pound it out there. And in the pros, you can throw the elbows, and that's even more vicious.
And we've seen Allen do that from the bottom and a little bit from Anderson on top, but Allen's been pretty active offensively from his guard.
Not so much this round,
right.
though. And like I said, that guard play takes a lot out of you. In the first round, you saw it. He had to hang on for dear life for that armbar, and that just makes your legs burn like fire. And and of course he's had a pretty heavy work ratio on the feet as well. So it could be that he's biding his time a little bit. Anderson needs to watch, though, because out of nowhere, Shawn Allen can wrap up another sub.
In your opinion, is Anderson not trying to get to half guard, or is he not allowed to based on the guard of Allen?
I think Shawn Allen has a good guard. I think that, he's going to have to work really hard to get there and to pass. But there have been moments like when he was in crossbody, as he saw that Allen was getting out, he could have slipped on in there maybe into half guard and secured a position. It's a little more neutral. Here we go on an armbar again. It's a very odd angle for that armbar.
And then a right.
Yeah, smart. That's beautiful how using the submission game and the striking game for mixed martial art works together there.
Boy, Allen has been very offensive, and he hadn't done it for a while, but he is unleashed here in the last 30 seconds of this second round.
But again, you're going to have to work, 3 to 5 times as hard striking from the bottom to get the judges to nod you that you've actually done anything. Right now Alex Anderson is in complete control. Some of the judges may have given Shawn Allen that first round due to that armbar attack. But I think that, it's also likely that Alex Anderson is up 2-0.
Still work to do here. We're in the final 50 seconds of round number 2. Anderson still on top. In more of a side position now. In half guard.
Still in guard, but his hips are stifled right now.
Yeah. Anderson.
I don't like that the left arm of Alex Anderson is hanging loose down there on the mat. At any moment he could get tied up if Shawn Allen really starts switching his hips.
Why do fighters do that? Is that a rest?
Fatigue. Fatigue or or lack of knowledge. I don't think it's lack of knowledge in Anderson's case. You see he's a seasoned grappler.
Yes.
Just, you get tired, Shawn Allen's not keeping him in check, but look at this. Beautiful shots there to close out. There we go. Look at that. Looking for that pass. I like that.
Yeah, a little late in the round, but that little offensive flurry raining down could have influenced the judges.
I think it definitely did. I think Alex Anderson, without a doubt, stole that round or actually maintained the round throughout. I think that it could be anywhere from 1-1 or 2-1 in the favor of Alex Anderson.
So if you're in the corner of Allen, what are you telling Shawn Allen?
Let's get a knockout or submission. Stay off your back. Stay off your back unless you're going to be submission crazy like you were in round 1, but you're not going to win on points. And, you know, there is a chance that Shawn Allen did win the first round.
Yeah.
So there is a chance if he takes round 3, he could win. But I would definitely, if you wanted, you know, sure money, you got to go for the finish for sure.
Yeah.
And he's got it, man. His striking is beautiful. If he can keep his back off the mat and strike, he very well could finish this fight.
And Casey, the thing is, we haven't seen them stand up very much, but I think Allen had the advantage.
Undoubtedly had the advantage. Alex Anderson is very hesitant to throw on the feet.
Featherweight bout, 3 5-minute rounds here at Valor Fights 28 in Chattanooga. And round 3 is underway. No touch of gloves. Allen in the white, Anderson in the black. Went for the body, did Allen. Anderson responds to the jab. That left hook worked for Allen. Let's see if he goes back to it. Nice kick. There's the left hook.
You know, when you block, you still take those shots in these little gloves. They hurt, and it's causing damage. And I think that Allen's very smart right now in working this fight like this. He needs to watch out for that shot because you know it's going to come. Alex Anderson in the first 2 rounds is more of the same. You know, so he's got to watch because the takedown's coming, I promise.
Allen with a catch and then a throw. Nice jab by Anderson. Anderson shoots, tries to get the takedown. Almost got it.
Watch out for the guillotine. He's in crossbody. It's going to be a lot more difficult for him, of course, to get the guillotine from there. I've seen it done. Don't get me wrong. It can happen, but very unlikely from a good position. But look at this. If Allen's able to get that right leg out, and it looks like Anderson's busted up, busted open. But you see the right leg there of Shawn Allen. As long as that is stuffed there, it makes it very difficult for Allen to secure a guillotine, and we saw it right there. But again, look, the right arm of Anderson there on the mat, allowing Allen to start wrapping him up with that left leg.
Allen looks exhausted. Can't tell quite yet where the blood is coming from, if it's from the nose or where, or if it's a cut from Anderson, who's on top.
Yeah. I mean, we have just over 3 minutes left in the fight. I don't know it's going to be a factor unless it was just absolutely brutal, but at least he's down on the ground and on top, and that's a good spot to be at if you're cut.
And Casey, you can see this time Anderson is trying to, it looks like, to get to that half guard position.
Yeah, at least he's got the left leg stuffed. In that position, you know, Allen still is able to elevate him somewhat with the butterfly, but he doesn't have the submission ability like he would in full guard.
This is definitely not what Allen wanted, though. Even if he stays out of harm's way, he's got to try to win this round or submit.
Yeah. Oh, here we go, looking for a sweep.
And there's what the corner is really getting on Allen to take advantage of that, putting that hand on the mat, as you mentioned earlier, Casey.
Absolutely.
See if Anderson, if he can just continue this, Anderson has a great shot to win, but he's got to stay out of harm's way.
Yeah, and I think right at this point, he's postured well. He understands the hips of Shawn Allen. Allen's not moving as much as he was in the first round. And he's just happy to be down on the mat, I believe. You know, Shawn Allen was really working him over on the feet. Anderson did have his moments, however. You know, he did come back, but this is the best spot to be in. And, wow. Allen looking for that go-go plata, going for broke with it, and maybe securing it there.
Wow.
He's got it, yeah, and slips right out.
Man.
That's what happens late in the fight when everyone's sweaty.
And Josh Ward is going to stand him up.
Wow, that's a break for Shawn Allen, man. Yeah. This is his opportunity right here.
Minute 30 left in the fight. See if Allen can get something going offensively and maybe finish the fight in the stand-up game. Anderson could be ahead in the scorecards.
I definitely think Anderson's ahead. It can be stolen right here. Shawn Allen landed some very significant strikes here.
Deep breaths.
But he's got to move. He's got to move forward, and he's got to move in for the kill.
Deep breaths, squinting from Allen. He still looks like he has the advantage in the strike.
He has the slide advantage. Oh, and looking for a takedown of his own.
How about that?
Sprawled out by Anderson. Well, you know, it's not a bad move at all. I think that Shawn Allen could possibly take the round with the takedown. You know, he knows if he gets on top that he has some opportunity. He definitely doesn't want to be here.
Yeah.
And now, finally, in that half guard position, if I'm Alex Anderson, I'd move on past up closer to the head and secure that down. And now he's going to have complete and total control. Only thing is his left arm is seat belted underneath Shawn Allen. It may limit his mobility.
You see
how difficult it is for Allen to move now. He's still got that leg hung in there. No submission ability. The only thing he might possibly have would be a knee bar from here. Anderson doing what he does. It's a beautiful fight by two veteran fighters. I was going to say veteran pros, but this is Anderson's first pro bout.
Wow.
But he really delivered. Both hats off to both men.
That was fantastic. That's fight of the night caliber right there.
Undoubtedly.
As Alex Anderson and Shawn Allen will go to the judges' scorecard. So how would you score it?
29-28, Alex Anderson.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that Shawn Allen actually, was a much more of the aggressor on the feet, and he landed a lot of really good strikes, but he wasn't absolutely overwhelming. Anderson had his moments as well, but I would give the nod on the feet to Allen, but you know what? They spent more time on the mat with Alex Anderson on top, but I'm going to give the nod to Shawn Allen in the first round on that arm bar, and I'm going to say 29-28 Alex Anderson.
Boy, Casey, you know how this works. Take us through this replay before I get to my point.
Well, here it is. Grounded Shawn Allen, looking to utilize that guard. He had some success in the first round, pulling out all the stops, taking advantage of Alex Anderson, putting that right hand on the mat. I know he's going to be listening to me on the replay when he goes back and watches this fight. He's going to keep that hand off the mat. As you said, his coach is over there getting after him for it. But, beautiful fight by both men.
Just never know when you go to the judges' scorecards.
Yeah, absolutely. It could go either way for sure.
Great fight presented by Fighting for Autism. A great cause. You can get much more on that on the Valor Fights Facebook page as well. ValorFights.com can get you there as well. As these two really laid it out. 3 5-minute rounds. Go the distance in our first pro MMA bout here of the night at Valor Fights 28. Camp Jordan Arena. Great venue here for MMA. It's hosted Valor Fights quite often in the past when we made our way down to Chattanooga, and a packed house here tonight to see Valor Fights 28. All right, time to go to the judges' scorecard. The official decision announcement. We go to Cody Gwynn.
Ladies and gentlemen, for 3 rounds of action, we go to your judges' scorecard for decision. Judges score this bout: 29-28, red corner; 29-28, blue corner; and 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Out of the blue corner, Alex Anderson.